Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 204. Now, if you just finished that last episode, you knew that I fell asleep last night and couldn't do anything else to make any more money, and I really needed to catch up on sleep, so it was good that happened. So, anyway, this morning, right now it's about 8 o'clock, I am heading to the office, and our plan today is going to be hit the casino twice today, just some slot action, and probably we'll get some some poker action in this evening as well. So we'll probably leave home. I could actually leave work early and yeah, so what I could do is when I leave work the second time, I could go check out the slots and then head straight to poker and just tell my wife I'd be home a little bit later, get home at like 7 or 8 instead of leaving at 7 or 8 and being out till midnight and then getting up at 5 in the morning and not getting a lot of sleep. So that's another option. We're just going to try to do what we did yesterday, try to make 600, 700, 500, whatever we can just to keep the ball rolling. And then tomorrow is going to be another very long, exhausting day of searching for money, trying to make money, trying to come up with ideas, all this kind of stuff. I do need to make a couple phone calls, also take care of some household stuff, all kinds of things on my mind right now. So right now we're going to head off to work and do the easiest part of my day, which is working the job, which is the simplest, easiest part of the day, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. It is just after 10 a.m. and I actually got to the office pretty early, like 40 minutes early today. I have no idea why. Just used to getting up early, and got my work done pretty much for the day. I do have a meeting with my manager this afternoon. I'm considering canceling that because I saw on his calendar, nice little thing you can do on Outlook is see other people's calendars. I saw on his calendar that he has a tentative meeting that goes before our meeting and after our meeting. So he would be able to do that if we canceled. So I think I'm going to ask him if we can cancel our meeting, and then this afternoon when I get back to the office, I'll be seen around there for a while, then disappear when it's time for our meeting and go play some poker. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I also planned out my trip, and it looks good to me. What I'm thinking about doing is Wednesday morning next week, check in at the office, and then we would visit 5 casinos on our way out. Be between 5 and 600 mile trip, and then hang out in that city for a full day. Visit multiple casinos in that area. Probably have 3 or 4 sessions of blackjack, some slots, stuff like that. And then the next day, which would be the Friday, drive back and just hit 3 casinos on the way back, but I may be able to hit 2 casinos on the way to leaving that area. So possibly 5 casinos going out, 5 or 6 casinos on Thursday, and 5 casinos coming back. And I'm hoping I would be I'm guessing I could probably make around $6,000 on that trip and not be too flashy with my bet spread. I've been visiting some of these casinos. A couple of them are new, but I've been visiting some of these casinos for 20 years. And they recognize my faces, some of them, not all of them, but just a few. So we'll see. That's my plan right now. I'm going to talk to my wife about it tonight, and hopefully we execute that next week. So right now we are heading to the casino. It is a beautiful day, 78 degrees outside, just a little bit hazy, not too bad, but pretty much clear skies other than that. And I see the high today is going to be 91, but you know, so far so good. So gonna let you go right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, and so I went in there, and I'd say a third to half the machines were disabled because they were doing a software update. So a lot of opportunity wasn't there. I was able to check most of the stuff I would normally check and found pretty much zero. I played one machine and ended up ahead $2. And that's about all I could do there. So plus $2. And I'm going to go grab, I think I'm going to go to Little Caesars and grab a pepperoni pizza, eat that cheese and toppings, and go back to the office. Probably hang out at the office for about 20 or 30 minutes just so people can see me there, and then head off to the poker club. I did have, my mom's got a grandfather clock that needs servicing, and I've been trying to get a hold of this company, but they're only open like 4 hours a day. I guess they're one of the few companies that services them. And I finally got to talk to them just now. The lady said for them to come out and take a look is $245, which I'm okay with because that includes whatever service they can do while they're there. But then she said if any part of it needs to be rebuilt or anything, then they would take that part to the shop, work on it there, and bring it back, and that's another $795. That's getting pretty expensive. And I said, well, can we go ahead and schedule it? And she's like, yeah, we're scheduling for the end of September. So I'm like, well, let me just check on it and I'll get back to you. So I'm probably going to call around and see if I can get someone else if possible. But I don't mind paying the $245 if that includes the work, but having to wait till the end of September and having that big possible fee, I don't think they paid much more than like $1,000 for it when they bought it. That was like 25 years ago, but it seems like an awful lot for some small parts. So I may actually try to work on it myself this weekend. It may just need to be oiled, or may just be a small part that needs to be replaced, because just that mechanism that's having a problem, I mean, I bet I can go online, buy the whole mechanism for under $245 and put that in myself. So we'll see. So right now we're going to go grab some pizza and head back to the office, and I'll be back. All right, guys. So still heading back to the office. Got my pizza, ate that. Hot and ready, I would say maybe warm and ready. It was not very hot. It was okay. So I did send a message to my boss saying I don't have anything to discuss in our meeting unless you do. And he said he didn't either. So we are going to go to the poker club, but we do have a little bit of time to spare. So we're going to stop by the office again for about 15 minutes and be seen and all that stuff. Walk around, talk to a few people so they think, hey, this guy's here right now. And then we'll head off to the poker club and see what we can do about making some money. So, yeah, I mean, just trying to piece together a win here. And then tomorrow we'll be back on the road again. So I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. It is 6:15. Just leaving the poker club. And I gotta tell you, I was extremely patient today, and probably shouldn't have been. I waited around forever for a table to open up. I was fourth on the list for a second table, and I figured either people are going to bust out or there's going to be a couple more and we're going to get the table started pretty quickly. 4 hours before we got a table started, and then I immediately got moved to the other table because people left. So I ended up playing for about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I bought in for 200. And the reason I bought in for 200 today is because everybody on the table had about between $800 and $2,000, and that's what I do when there's stacks like that. now I can take a risk and potentially double, triple, quadruple up, and low risk for me. So, and it worked out pretty well, actually. I had a winning hand early on. Actually, I played one hand on the initial table before they moved me to the other table, and this other table was full of people over betting and betting crazy, and it actually drove me pretty nuts because there was a few times that I folded the winner because there was $80 in the pot and someone made it $1,200. I'm like, what the heck? You know, it's like, how do you play against that unless you're just deciding right away, I'm doing it no matter what. There were two Indian guys to my right. I was at like seat 3. There were two Indian guys to my right. The one guy was bluffing and bluffing and bluffing and bluffing. Sometimes he had it, sometimes he didn't, and it was like the most ridiculous action. And we all know that all that money's going to be gone. It's just a matter of who's going to get that money. But he came to the table from the other table. He had like 1,500, and by the time I left, I took a picture here. Looks like he had about 700 in his stack, and then by the time I left, he probably had about 300 in his stack. But he got so bored, he looks at the other Indian guy, and he's like, how about we do side bet, each hand $500, my hand against your hand. And it's like, okay, well, they could do that, but how are you gonna, what if one of you folds? How are you gonna do it? So they ended up deciding on doing the colors on the flop. So you bet black or red, and okay, I take black. If there's 2 or 3 black cards on the board on the flop, then I win, otherwise you win. And they couldn't understand the dealer who's like, you can do that, but you can't use the money on the table, and they're passing $100 chips back and forth to each other on the table. She's like, you can't do that. That changes all the table dynamics, especially in the middle of a hand. You're both in the hand, and then other people are in the hand with you, and you're giving the other guy a $100 chip. His friend said that he was involved. Well, I don't know if they were friends or not, but his table friend was in. He said he was in for 1,800, and I'm looking at a picture I took here. Looks like he was about even at the time I left. And let's see, I tried to take a picture of a couple hands, but they removed the hands so fast. My phone is acting so slow right now because it's almost completely full. I ordered a 512 gig chip that did get delivered today. So I did order a Samsung chip SD card because it's supposed to be a better brand, so I can move, 50 or 60 gigs of video and pictures off my phone, and it'll run a lot faster. But right now it's like 99% full. In fact, I'm worried that it's not going to be able to record this whole thing here. So anyway, I'll give you a couple hands here that happened on the table. With all these guys so active, I decided I was going to take a passive role when I had a hand and just let them bet for me and just call until the river and then push, which is what I did, and it worked a few times. Other times they got me off the hand because there were 2 or 3 of them calling, and the winning hand is pair of 3s, and I'm like, I was so upset a few times. I'm like, what? You made it 350, you called 350, you called 350, I fold, and you've got ace high, and you've got a pair of 3s. It's like ridiculous. So, yeah. Anyway, here's a hand for you. I had pocket jacks, and the guy makes it 25, and everybody folds except for me, and the flop is king jack 4, and he makes it 25 again. I just call. The turn is a 9, so I've got pocket jacks. It's king jack 4 9, and he makes it 50, and I go all in. He calls me, and he's got ace king, and I have a set of jacks because the ace came on the river, so he had 2 pair, and I had a set of jacks, so I won that. That pot was about 414 because I was all in, and he had me way covered. Another one I had 6-9 of diamonds, and it went all the way around. There were 4 people playing at $15, and the flop is 7, 8, 10, which gives me a straight. Now it's not the top straight, but it's a straight. It checked all the way around on the flop because I was first to act. Checked all the way around, and then the turn was a 4, so I still have a straight. The guy to my right, the crazy guy, bets 50. I call, one other person calls, and the river is a 10, so it paired the board, which is good for me because hopefully someone has a 10. I don't think anyone has 2 pair. So I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the board has a 10 and a 4 on it. And I check, he checks, I make it 100. Or both of them checked, I made it 100, and both of them folded. So with that one, it was like they would have folded any time I raised. So that, you know, I wasn't lucky enough to have them try to bluff me. So, and then I saw they were playing the 2040 game with like the 30 different poker games. I saw a guy, I've talked about him before, having seen him after like 10 years. I saw him like a year ago and I talked about it. He's the guy that's always betting big, and I saw him at a casino a long time ago, 10 years, 8 years ago, something like that, and he was busted, completely busted. He didn't have any gas money to get home, and he's always betting tens of thousands of dollars. I don't know where he gets, well, I don't know, maybe not tens of thousands, maybe 5,000. And he was down big. He's like, I'm down all this money, can you help me out? I'm like, what do you need, gas money to get home? He's like, no man, give me some money to play. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I said, well, I'll get you gas money to get home, and I'll buy you dinner so you have something to eat. And he said no. He turned it down. He walked away. And I just heard him talking on the phone. He was talking to his sister on the phone, and he was saying, yeah, mom's got dinner waiting for us. This guy's like in his 40s, and you know, so you bet all this money, you have all this money to waste, and then you're still living at home. So anyway, I ended my session ahead $276 after 2 hours. That's not too bad for a 1-2 table, and overall it was okay. So I hated waiting all that time to be able to play, but I made good use of the time when I was there. I was focused, and I only bluffed once or twice. I won a total of 8 hands, so in 2 hours. So I was careful, and like I said, I did fold some winners, but what are you gonna do? So anyway, right now it's raining on my way home, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, just heading toward home. My wife made a big salad and a charcuterie plate. Cheeses, this, that, all kinds of stuff on there. Looking good. She sent me a picture of it. I may post it. Beautiful, gigantic board. So that's where we're going to go hang out with the family and get some sleep tonight. I really needed my sleep. I feel so much better today than I did yesterday, and I'll be ready to go for tomorrow. I may actually go try to play a double deck tomorrow. I'm not positive yet. For sure we're going to be playing blackjack. It's just where are we going to go to play blackjack? Right now, in most of the casinos I can still go to, there really isn't that much going on as far as slot machines. There's a lot of people playing everything there is, so by the time I get there, it's, you know, there's not much to play. So yeah, other than that, I mean, what did I eat today? I mean, did I eat today? I don't even know what I ate today. Oh yeah, I had that pizza, just a little bit of pizza. It wasn't that great. It's going to be nice to have a nice big salad with some bacon or some chicken breast or something on there when I get home, and just enjoy time with the family, get out of this rain and relax, and I'll be back with you tomorrow. Not really much else to say. I tipped a total of $7. Wait a minute. $8 today. $1, $1 at a time, $7, I don't know, $8, I guess. And yeah, had a decent day. At least we made something, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Sorry, it hasn't been the most exciting couple of episodes, but it'll get better. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.